Any tips on roaming? Yeah. Roaming is... There's a bunch of different things that roaming all needs to happen. Roaming is like a... there's certain situations where it should and shouldn't happen. But basically, it's like saying, okay, is what I'm doing going to set us up to win or lose the game? Like, is my Ezreal... Like, if I have a Jinx on my team and I'm Leona, is roaming really that good? Because Jinx is extremely susceptible to dying in lane. Ezreal isn't. So, is my AD carry safe? That means you can roam. Is my roam going to get something done? Am I going to do something correctly? Like, am I going to have impact? And Tom Kench is nasty. Tom Kench is super nasty. He's a champion that can, if you can learn how to counter gank with him, holy shit. Like, I think my roams actually weren't that good this game, though. So maybe hopefully we'll see an example of it in these games. But I don't remember how my early pressure around Vigar was. You want to get value, but the thing is you actually don't want to stay in a roam very long. One of the hardest things people struggle with is that they stay stuck in a roam and then they leave their lane like open. And if you notice, I always made a play in mid lane and then I came back down. But yeah, is your AD carry safe? Like, are they gonna die? Which is, Ezreal's a good example of someone that is safe. Do you have wards for them? Because remember, an AD carry has one ward. As a support, if you want to roam, put a defensive pink or an aggressive pink, and then use your trinket or whatever wards you have like more aggressively, so that they can at least see. Because if you see a jungler or a support clearing a ward, you can kind of like infer that someone's going to come kill them. So if your AD carry is safe, then roam, and then make sure you've got a good place to roam too. Unfortunately, one of the really dummy-proof strategies of roaming is, okay, just go with your jungler. That's a really good strategy because it's just strong. You're going to run into people, and if the jungler and the support are together and on the same page, you can destroy people. So I go in here, don't I? I think I go in here because I see Rengar top. So I put a pink in there so that when I walk in, I can sneak in and make sure that I can get a guaranteed blind W. So she's going for cannon. That's why I'm going for her, because she's on the cannon. Now I missed my Q, but it ends up being okay. Yeah, Grey health is nasty. And then I walk up and get a free Q and walk away. That was so good. Okay, now what do? I back. Here's a good one. Look what I do after I back. I don't just run back to lane. There's no point, man. There's no point. We shove the lane. I have boots too, which means I have very high mobility. Walk middle. Walk middle. Look at this shit. Now look. Had I been here earlier, I would have made a play. This would have been a really good counter gank, but whatever. Oh wait, this is where I get baited. I get owned by the Zillion. Because look, I kind of 1v1 him. So this, hey, Wood Knight, this is an example of staying in a roam. This is bad. Now, on stream, I told myself, I'm going to pressure middle because I knew Ezreal was fine. He can CS. But I pressure middle so that the Zillion doesn't go up here and that this guy can invade. Even though, really, Kayn shouldn't be invading a Rengar. But look what ends up happening. Look. I stay in the roam, and then I think, this guy's trying to fight me. And then I fucking get owned by the bot lane. I'm glad we're VOD reviewing because I forgot about me lack of awareness. Yeah, that was bad. Okay, then what? I go back middle. I'm looking for a counter W. I get my Q. I think I missed this, and then he runs into us, like down here. Okay, and then whenever you roam, there's a certain situation where your lane ends up pushing forwards. What's up, Zorinto? I go ahead and do this because this is free damage, man. And her E is like a what? Like a fucking 17-second cooldown. Look, 22-second cooldown, 24. Okay, we're getting ganked, kind of. We don't know where Rengar is, but the second I see Rengar middle, I pull the trigger bottom. That's so disgusting that I just did that to her. And then look, we kill the AD. My guy can farm for free. I can move if I want to. I don't ever want to walk straight through bottom. Always walk through middle. Even if it's just a little bit, just in case. Because now, look, I have an angle on their AD. I think I W here. Yeah, just try to hit damage. That's a free bit of damage I just did. Now, I probably could have counter-ganked middle, but our Vygar was pushing up way too far. And then we both roam here, or not really roam because of dragon. But like right here, so their support's roaming. You know, he's still in middle, and he's playing top side, and they're Zillion's low. Why don't you roam? No. There's no point. There's no point in me going for it. My Vygar is dead. If Aphelios, or not Aphelios, if this guy or this guy were holding middle, maybe. But there's no point in me going up here because my laner's dead. I don't want to roam to a lane for a solo kill. Even though, if it's free, it's free. But there's no point in me going all the way up there. I'm better off just getting gold for my support item. And then pressuring for plates or something like that.